Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here. Now in this video, I want to share with you why if you're just playing with one character all the way, you are actually giving yourself a massive deficit. You are at a massive disadvantage compared to other players who are playing with multiple characters. Now I'm going to go and show you the reasons why. For those of you who don't know, you don't actually have to play your character and waste all your time grinding. You can simply just buy it off of the market, the next ones with Mesos and stuff like that, the Neso amounts. But very importantly, one reason why you want to play with multiple characters, if you go into your skills tab over here, all the way onto the basic ones, there's this item or this skill that everyone has called the Blessing of the Fairy. Notice here that on my character, my bishop over here, I'm getting a blessing from my other character, my ranger, my bowman, which gives me a total of 12 attack power as well as 12 magic attack, which is very, very significant because it might be completely an entire skill. Some people are playing millions and millions of mesos just for additional 1, 2, 3 magic attack in their rings and stuff like that. So this is actually very, very sizable. Every 10 levels you get, you will be able to get this one point of attack power and magic power, so regardless of what you have. So you can have your second character as a melee class, a fighter, an assassin, and whatever not, and you still give yourself a magic bonus also. So it's not even class specific. Make sure you at least have one character because this is a massive buff. 12 magic attack is very, very significant as well for you to get. In comparison, like skills like Advanced Blessing gives you like 13 for an entire skill. So you pretty much get like almost half of a skill just from having an additional character. And it's super cheap, right? Now the characters are going for a really good price. When you're watching this video in future, it might be even cheaper as well. Not only that, not only do you get the Blessing of the Fairy, I'm going to give you another reason, and there are many reasons why you need to play with multiple ones, and I'll share with you a bit more bonus tips of what I'm sniping as well. Not only that, you also get link skills. So for example, right now you can see I am at my base character's default is at 80% crit rate for a bishop, and all I just need to do now is because I have this second character from my ranger, I just need to link the skill over, and you can see my crit rate went up from 80 to 84. Which is free damage basically just because I have another character from this archer category. And this character over here is now giving me 4% crit rate on top of the additional damage that it gives me, that plus 12%. So it's very, very substantial, very significant as well. And it doesn't cost a lot. If you guys are looking for upgrades in terms of gear, consider buying characters is a really, really good way of giving yourself free damage straight away. Personally, out of all of them, I think the ones that are interesting to buy, and I'm going to share with you in a little bit as well, there are many buffs. The Magician ones, the Ranger gives you crit rate, Magician gives you defense ignore, which is good against bossing. The Assassin ones, the Thief ones are also pretty decent. These three are, in my opinion, the top three. The rest of them I don't really like. So buying characters of these classes are generally good. Now, the other thing that is really good about this, and this is the third benefit that why you should play with multiple characters, is if you realize your progression in terms of your raffles really is all about how many bosses can you kill per day. So if you can kill like Balrog, you can kill Zakum, and then you get the rewards on a daily basis, you will be able to get more of these coins, more mesos, so you increase your farm rate as well. In order for you to actually get more of these raffles, to get more rewards, you can have multiple characters and you can send all of them in to do the bosses on a daily basis. So if they're like 120, you can kill the Balrog, you can kill the Zakum very easily, the normal ones, to at least give yourself a bit of generation in the raffles every day, some sort of income as well, on top of the other benefits you're getting. If they are even higher level, maybe you have more money, you have a level 200 character, you are also able to give yourself a lot more bonuses from clearing the higher tier characters. And you can see I'm only level 123 on my main account, and I already bought a second character that's much cheaper, which saves you a lot of time because it saves you one whole day of training the stuff. So now that we have talked about three benefits, what exactly am I sniping? Very importantly, I care a lot about these bonuses because these link skill bonuses are really strong. There are level 1 and level 2 ones. Basically, your level 1 link skill is from 70 to 119. To get the link skill to level 2, you need to have level 120, and this stacks. So if I have 3 mages, all at 120, I will have a level 6 of this empirical knowledge, which is very strong. So I can have like total of level 6 of this extra skill. So I'm looking for level 120 characters on the marketplace. And now let's go into the marketplace real quick. So what you can do, when you come in, I teach you on another screen what is the process of buying and selling, how do you link up the administration process. But here I'm just showing you, for example, I'm just looking for level 120 characters. I go and filter 120 and you'll be able to see a lot of stuff. For example, you see these ranges here all at 140, 140. You can consider picking these up. Now they are super cheap because I believe that maybe some players, they have found a way to actually farm these a lot faster, that the game hasn't had the time to actually nerf and fix it properly. So if you look at this, it's not that I'm filtering by bowmans, I'm filtering by all, but it's really now super cheap. Considering that if you pick one of these up, how much is this? This is like $2 USD, 140k, which pretty much you can farm in like 1-2 days. I would put out a guide shortly as well, how to farm really quick. But 140k to give you 12 magic power. If it's your first character, you get 4% crit rate as well. On top of that, you have another character that you can boss. So you immediately might get some refund as well. If you can get it cheap, I think it's really attractive too. You can consider picking these ones up. If you already have a bowman, maybe you already played bowman, you want to get an additional 4%, you can just select here bowman and then you can filter down into the marksman, which is the other class. Note that you can't have the same class. It doesn't stack if you have the same class. You have to have like a bowman, different category. So one bowmaster, one marksman, you get the 4%, and then you get another 2 levels from the marksman over here. If you have 2 bowmaster, you can't have it. So it has to be unique classes. So 2 for the bowmaster, 2 for the marksman that you can get. So total of 4 at level 120 currently. The next level 3 is like 210, but that's very expensive to go for. This is like super cheap. So marksman's here, again, not super expensive, 160k, just like 20k higher, and you also be able to get stuff like that. If you have more money, you can also consider going down this route. I just picked up the one that was cheaper. So I bought it at like 118 just a couple of hours ago. And of course, if you're filtering by magicians, they tend to be a bit more expensive if you're finding like bishops and stuff like that. But you can see here, if you're finding like fire and poisons, it's 800 plus, which is almost 7 times the price. So buying the rangers is very cheap, very affordable. Everyone else, like even the thieves, for example, if you filter by thieves, they also cost like 800k. So they are a little bit more expensive to go for if you're planning to get other classes. But the bowman class, considering that you get free crit as well in the link skills, I think is a really good investment. And if you haven't done so, you probably should be picking up your first characters. In comparison, people are buying weapons. You can just go into the marketplace. You can see what people are buying. People are buying stuff like this ring over here, which was sold for 4 million. It is a really good item because it gives you a lot of stats. But for 4 million, which is 40 times the price, you are pretty much getting 2 attack bonus, which is some dexterity increase for this particular item, which is great. But in terms of cost efficiency in the very early game, a second character, as you can tell, gives you a lot more benefit. And of course, if you found this video helpful and insightful, I'll be sharing with you more tips of how to actually make a lot more mesos, how I actually make mesos too, and what I am doing. I've been playing MapleStory for 20 years. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to know and learn some of the easier ways of doing things too. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.